Hizup. Hello. Alright, how you going guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's 2021. It's been a little while since the last one, but over the Christmas break we're pretty busy at work, so not a lot got really done, but so we're back in the workshop at home. Just a couple of updates. So the update on Grand Spec, it's still being resprayed. Bits and pieces happened and another project jumped in front of it. So it's still getting done, so we'll touch base on that a little while later. So basically over the weekend, well, it's the weekend now, but we have gone through and sorted out the shed at home and getting things organised. So I'll run through what I've done at the moment. Basically I'm getting back into the blue car while Grand Spec's still getting done. And if you know the blue car or you're new to the channel, we'll do a rundown. So this is the Corolla. It's a 1982, I think. Don't quote me on that. I've got the ID plates, as you can see they're taken off there. They're over here. We'll have a look actually. Where are we? I only took them off for the painting purposes. So let's see. 82. February of 82. I don't know if you can see that clear enough, but that's the this one here. So if you're wondering what that engine is, if you don't know your cars, it's a SR20 DET. So it's a turbo version of the DE. It's a turbo block, yeah, turbo manifold, etc. So on this side of the car, we'll start from the back, being that it's all dominant with that white lid. It's got an upgraded brakes in it. So normally the Corollas come out with a drum brake on the back, but this doesn't have the drum brake, but we'll get to that when we get to the back. So it's got a Pajero master cylinder on there, basically because it's shorter, and for the purposes of what I wanted, it's got a bigger reservoir here as well. And then I rerouted these lines. Now these little lines here, if you find them, you can find them. If not, they're actually on the slave cylinder on Lancers. So that's the brakes. It's all been rerouted. It's all running through the cab. If you can see, it's pretty bare in here. You see there running across the firewall. So it's all neat and tucked. And then you got the manifold. We've got 1000cc injectors. We've got the Aeroflow fuel rail. Lots of Aeroflow bits. We've got the Aeroflow fuel rag. Lots of lines and goodies. So the SR20 is built SR20. It's got all ACR and ACL and ARC racing gear in it. All bearings. It's got an MSD, off the top of my head, steel triple plate. Head gasket in it. It's got rocker stoppers. It's got the Tomy adjustable gears. It's got the Tomy 272 cams. Yeah, all new gear all through the engine. Water pump, timing gear, chain, guides, everything that I could replace, I've replaced. Same with all the, obviously the injection stuff. It's all new, except for the injectors, which were serviced and checked. And if you can notice here at the front, it's got the engine cooler, or the oil cooler. Underneath down there is the oil filter. I love it, not bad. So that's on there to keep it cool. So that's that side. This side, which I haven't put on yet because I was waiting on a couple bits and pieces. 6 boost manifold, as you can see there. It's all ready to go. We plumbed in the water for the turbo there, and the oil return down there, and the oil pickup, etc. So I just got a couple of things I got to do on them. Put the heat covers on. The turbo's up there, as you can see. So that's that. It runs a 5-speed gearbox out of an S13 Silvia. We're running coilovers. It's got A86 upgraded brakes on it. You can see the manual there. Still got a little bit of fab work just to finish off the floor there. Now this used to have all the factory wiring in it, and it was wired up for like twin fuel pumps and thermo fans and spotlights, because it used to be a rally car. So basically all the standard Corolla wiring harness, the front and rear, that's all there. I was going to keep it, it all worked, but I've decided I'll just do my own standalone wiring harness like we did on the Pig. If you don't know who the Pig is, scroll back, you'll find him. So this is the old harness that was made up for all the added extra stuff. So basically I'm going to dissect that and replumb it so that I know where everything goes. So the exhaust that we're running is a 3-inch Steno exhaust. Still not sure on if we're going to go the muffler on the back or not, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get under here with a bit of light. It's a bit dark. So basically under the rear, they normally have a really shitey, what do you call it, diff, drum brake, and it's pretty average, but it's got the R31 Skyline diff in it, which is disc brake, twin calipers, so that the handbrake will have its own caliper if we want to go drifting with it. That's set up for that. It's got a battery relocation in the boot. This will have a fuel cell in it. All the fuel cell is over there in the box, and all the fuel gear. We've got everything to put it together. We're just working through the steps. So that's the Q roller. So that's what we're doing. So see up there the old control panel and that. Had all that, and there was blocks and buses and all types of gear. So I'm going to tidy up the interior a bit more, then we'll start rerunning all that through. I've got a guy sorted to do the roll cage, TWB Engineering, so we're still nutting out the specifics of that, and then we'll be looking at moving on that at some stage, but I want to get the engine running at least before it goes there. So that's this Corolla. So we've got a couple of little things to do on it, and she's moving along. Like I said, I've got everything here, so basically it's just we've been sorting out stuff and going through stuff so we can start working through it. So yeah, so as you can see, you know, the old quad bike over there. Yeah, it's a bit hot to be going sweat your butt off riding that bad girl. So if you don't know the bike, it's a YFZ 450R. Yeah, and we'll touch base on a few of the other toys. You can see the old Ninja over there. That's a new commuter because the Ute we've pulled off the road. Not deregistered, just not a daily driver anymore. We'll run through that in another video. Then you'll sort of get the gist of that. So yeah, so 2020. Hopefully we get a bit more content, or the plan is we've got a few videos I want to get done, like this one that I'm putting up now. We're going to do a quick run through what we're going to do with the Ute. If you don't know the Ute, it's a 2007 SSV VE Commodore, 6-litre 6-speed, but we'll run through all that when we get to it. That's another sort of project that I'm doing once money comes up, but at the moment the race cars are taking that. So yeah, so like, share and subscribe. Thanks again for coming back to the channel, and we'll update with a few other things that are coming up. Thank you, and keep a viewing.